Welcome to Google Ads Unleashed, the podcast that helps you harness the power of Google Ads. And now your host, Jeremy Young.
Hello and welcome to this next episode of Google Ads Unleashed. Hope everyone is doing okay out there. If you are actually watching, then very sorry about the arrangements today. It is, for a change, very, very sunny in Wales, and as a result, the light is actually shining into my office/studio. It's very hot. I look a little bit dark and a little bit light at the same time, but this shall be fixed very soon. You will see some wonderful changes to my background and to our surroundings. But if you're listening, nothing will change for you, and I just want to bring good content to you. And today I want to talk about something that we pulled off a few weeks ago, and that was that during just one Mother's Day period, so it was German Mother's Day, so that was a couple of weeks ago in May, we pulled off a stunt for one of our gifting clients, and with just Google Ads alone, we turned over more than 250,000 euros within a matter of just a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, which was insane. So, and I want to tell you exactly how to do that. And also, if you actually want the case study of how exactly we've done that, head to our website and you will be able to download it there. And you will also find it on my social media at Jeremy Young Google Ads. So in this case study, we actually sort of took one of our clients to these kind of figures, and it's a marathon, right? So this didn't happen overnight, because what happened was at the beginning, when we actually met this partner of ours, that was I think in 2021. I think it was even in 2020, so it might be one of our oldest partners. We've been working together for a very long time. And what happened was the ad account then was in a bit of a sorry state. So this is now years ago. We had like a little brand search. There was no conversion tracking. I think it had one shopping campaign on manual CPC, and that was it, right? That was the entire ad account. And don't get me wrong, it was an okay start because the brand was in its infancy. I think he had his first sort of brush with Q4 just the year before, did okay, but knew that you'd have to add more channels into the mixer. And of course what he did was Google Ads. So got in touch with me, and I'll be honest, it was a struggle at the beginning. This was quite a difficult account to get off the ground, but all that we did were the basics over and over with this ad account, and I'm going to tell you now step by step how we did that. So the first one was to set up the account in such a fashion that we actually set the account up for success, because we don't have anything fancy here, no profit tracking or anything else that we talk about in other episodes. What we had were several products at the beginning, and we just had to get the numbers right first because they all had various margins. And as you probably know, if you have varying margins, then usually it's a good idea to put it into different campaigns. The reason for that is that you can control the ROAS target at campaign level. So we had varying margins, and that was the first step. We actually sort of fragmented the account in a clever way so that we were able to not only determine how much we want to spend per product category, but also to set the right ROAS targets per product category. So this was the first sort of correct thing. And by the way, all these steps are the ones that we do over and over for all the new product categories that we have since then set up. Okay. Then the next thing that we've done is, of course, the basics over and over again. Done our keyword research, optimized the product titles for those searches, and of course we optimized the product listings and the feed. This is actually something that most of you don't do, that most advertisers don't do, and weirdly enough, it's actually the absolute fundament of success, right? If you don't optimize your feed, then actually are you doing Google Ads, right? So you may want to ask yourself that. So what we've then, so by the way, if you want to know how to do that properly, I've got an episode on that. Just go back and download it and listen to it. But yeah, optimizing the titles and the information in the feed was absolutely crucial to take the success of this account to the next level. But what I think the next two things that were really, really important, more than anything else in the success of this, were first of all reverse engineering the customer demand, and then our ongoing optimizations. Okay, so step 3 was reverse engineering. What do people actually search for, and what products do we want to advertise? Because what became quickly apparent with this client is that we're stuck in Google. Okay, and that's normal, right? Because your site is just converts at a certain conversion rate. There's only so much demand. Demand fluctuates, especially if you have a seasonality dependent product. And also, there are simply only so many products that he had. He had like 4 or 5 different product categories. So I said, listen to him, mate. We will, in order to grow with Google, what many people get wrong is they build a website and they build a couple of products and then they just pop it onto Google Ads and hope it works. Rather, you should find out what works on Google, like reverse engineer what people look for. Let's say, for instance, personalized doormats or something like that, and then create a product category for exactly this product, right? And so what we've done, we've also reverse engineered occasions for which people buy gifting products for, as he is in the gifting niche. We reverse engineered for so with occasions, I mean, for retirement or for new baby mums and stuff like that. We reverse engineered for whom people buy products for, right? So mum, dad, my friend, for my boyfriend, my wife, my husband, whatnot. And we created categories relentlessly in all of those areas and built campaigns for it. So over time, we were able to actually tap into more keyword pools and scale horizontally. And it's always rinse and repeat then. Optimize the feed for those products, determine what ROAS target do we need for this new product category in order for it to be successful. Sorry, I'm stuttering here. And then build the campaign, and off we go, reverse engineer the next product and find. And we were building like Lego blocks, building and building and building, whilst ongoingly optimizing the Google Ads account. So with that, I mean weeding out products which don't work, search terms, reducing ad wastage, setting up experiment to actually understand what works, optimizing the budget spent on the various categories, etc., etc. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So what we've then been able to do now is in 2022, we've spent 500 euros during German Mother's Day, and we had almost 800 conversions. A lot of it was brand, right? So don't get too excited, and generated almost 30,000 euros. Then in 2023, we managed to spend 5 grand during the Mother's Day period. Had 1,500 conversions with a ROAS of almost 10. Again, a lot of it branded, so don't get too excited. And we had almost a conversion value of just over 50,000 during Mother's Day. And now in 2024 we were able to spend almost 31,000 euros with over 8,500 conversions at a ROAS of 8.5, and we generated 265,000 euros for this client, of which about a fifth, I'd say now, is only branded, right? So we've reduced costs on brand and spend on brand dramatically this year, which is quite insane. So especially the last year has been pivotal in the success of this brand, just because we've been building, feeding the algorithm with good information, with good products, and then Google rewards you and loves you. What we've specifically been doing now as well for this Mother's Day, for the first time ever, is that we actually leveraged some sort of preparations and hacks in order to really optimize success during Mother's Day. So we made use, of course, of all ad assets. We used countdown timers in the search ads. We used promotion extensions. We used strikeout prices in our in Merchant Center. We used sort of on-site promotions, etc. But the two coolest things I'd say that we have done is we were, first of all, we dropped ROAS targets 2 weeks before Mother's Day. Why did we do that? Because of two things. First of all, if you drop ROAS target, it basically equates to you are willing to pay more per click. So if you do that 2 weeks before, and the algorithm has enough time so that you can actually scale during sort of the sharp rise in demand just before Mother's Day, and you can actually spend more, and the Google algorithm will react. Also, you are at more prevalent positions even in the run-up to Mother's Day, which you can afford because it converts a lot better. So that's something that we've done, which has worked really well. By the way, if you want to have a sort of checklist on how to scale and how to do that for certain promotions like Q4, like Black Friday, Christmas, etc., what you should do is give me a follow on social media, and in about 1 or 2 months time I'm going to be doing a webinar for how to scale in Q4. I also have a podcast episode about that, so listen to that one. And the second thing is we took advantage of Google's, I'd probably call it one of the most underutilized tool, and that is seasonality bid adjustments. So in fact, you can prepare the algorithm for unexpected rises in conversion rate. And given that we had 2 years of data to look back on, we knew exactly what the conversion rate would be because the website was not very changed compared to the last 2 years. So we knew exactly what conversion rate we were going to expect, and we're able to set that for all of our campaigns. Bonus, we even actually added demand gen into the mixer, which is not a campaign type we use typically very often, but with the sort of very defined cold audiences, and we used optimized targeting and other Andrew marketing, it actually worked dramatically well and added roughly about 25k in cold traffic revenue as well to our setup, and that's worked really, really well. So I think in the end 265k in revenue in just 3 days. So what I would say is what has been really the instrument of success here is preparation. Google Ads is all in the hard graft, okay? So doing the basics properly, doing them over and over again, rinse and repeat, and just try and spot new opportunities, gaps in the market, in which you can satisfy with new products, all right? And if this is something, that you want to do as well, or if you need any help with it, then you shouldn't really get, sort of worked up or sort of annoyed with not finding success yourself. You should just reach out. So if you need any more tips and advice, just talk to me, send me a message on LinkedIn or on Instagram, where you can find me at younganddigital.marketing, and on website younganddigital.marketing. And you can just book a free consultation as well. So whether you need PPC management, one-to-one coaching, we're always here to support your growth. I hope this has been interesting for you. This has been Jeremy Young, your dedicated Google Ads expert, and I'm wishing you a productive and successful week ahead. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Google Ads Unleashed. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. If you found value in today's podcast, please share it with others and leave a rating and a review. For more information or to connect with Jeremy, check him out online at www.younganddigital.marketing. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.